Hey everyone, welcome to Beach Investing. I'm your host, Andrei Angelkovski. Today we're going to be talking about the Human Rights Code and how it applies to landlords. So why is this important? Because I've seen a lot of advertisements out there for rent or even to sell your house, and they openly discriminate against certain people. So that's illegal, and you don't want to get caught by the Human Rights Division or the Commissioner. So what I'm going to tell you today, you should definitely be speaking with your lawyer or getting some doing your due diligence further to understand what is allowed and what is not allowed, okay? So this is just a guideline of an article that I've read based on what a landlord needs to know about the Human Rights Code and housing. Okay, so there's some rules to posting your ads. So for example, a landlord cannot deny a tenant housing based on their race or ethnic background, their religious beliefs or practices, their place of origin, their citizenship, their gender, their family status, marital status, disability, sexual orientation, age, and receipt of public assistance. So you cannot deny housing based on those. Now, some ads that I've seen openly discriminate, like blatantly, they just discriminate. And I'll give you some examples. And it might not be obvious to some people, and it wasn't to me at first, but just when you hear this, you'll know. So when you see an ad, it says adult building or not suitable for children, you are openly discriminating there against children. So here's another example: must have working income, or must provide proof of employment. Believe it or not, that's openly discriminating against people who do not work or people who have to have working income. Here's another one: seeking mature couple. Well, what if it's a single person who wants to live there and they feel like they cannot apply now? So you're discriminating against the single people. So if you're saying seeking mature couple, you cannot do that. So now those are openly discriminating ads. Now I'm going to give you some examples of ads that discriminate by accident, so non-intentional ones. So here's one: ideal for quiet couple, or suitable for single professional, perfect for a female student, suits mature individual or couple, great for working folks or students. You are technically not allowed to say any of those. So I've talked about what you cannot say. So what can you say to these tenants, for goodness sakes? Like you're so limited now. So instead of naming your ideal person, list the following. You can list the unit's rent, obviously. You can list the unit's size and the amenities that are around there. So instead of saying, well, this is perfect for a student, you can say, well, instead of saying, you're not saying something about the person, you're saying it's 1 block away from the university. So you're kind of indirectly saying, you're not saying I'm looking for a student, you're saying it's 1 block away from the University of Toronto, and now people will automatically assume, okay, well, you know what, it's 1 block away, I'm not sure if I want to rent it if I'm a family. Maybe if I'm a family with a kid who's going to go to that university, then great. But if it's a bachelor unit, then we'll know the likelihood of students going after it, they'll know. But you cannot openly discriminate and say, I'm looking for a student only. So then when you're looking for tenants and you're screening them, you're actually speaking to them now. So you got them on the phone. So what are the things that you can ask for? You can ask to do a rental history and credit checks. You can ask for income information. But you can only use the income information to confirm the person has enough money to cover the rent. You cannot, it's illegal to apply a rent to income ratio, such as a 30% cutoff. You know how the banks do that for us. You know, if we have a TDS ratio of over 40%, for example, then we cannot qualify for the mortgage. But we cannot use that against tenants. You can ask for a guarantor to sign on behalf of the tenant for the lease, but only if you have the same requirements for all the other tenants. Now, when it comes to accommodating tenants' needs, So for example, you have a legal duty to meet special needs tenants may have, such as a disability. So if someone has a wheelchair, you have to provide them with a solution such as maybe a ramp to get into the door. And believe it or not, I had to do that for one of my units. I created a ramp into the door so the tenant with the wheelchair can get into the unit. I didn't have the Human Rights Code come after me. I actually just worked with the tenant, with myself, and we came up with a solution to make things work. So now here's an example, a total example. So if you were to rent out a small basement apartment, here's the wrong way to write out your ad, the wrong way. Perfect apartment for a student or ideal for a single professional. That's the wrong way. Here's the problem. Others who may also wish to rent it, such as a couple, a single parent, a senior, or a person on ODSP, may think the landlord will not accept their application, even if they are able to pay the rent. That's the problem, okay? The right way. Bright, cozy bachelor basement apartment. New kitchen cabinets, full bath, access to storage locker, shared laundry, and friendly 5-unit building. $750 per month, including hydro and heat. On 2 bus routes, close to university, park, shops, and community center. So there's nothing in there that discriminates against any particular person. It lists the amenities, it lists what's around, it lists the unit size, the price, and you spiced it up with a little bit of sizzle, how you said bright, cozy bachelor apartment, new kitchen cabinet. So you want to emphasize those instead of actually listing what you're looking for in a person. This is not a dating service. You're providing housing, and you have to comply with the Human Rights Code. Okay? So if you want any more information on the Human Rights Code, go to www.ohrc.on.ca. I will list it below the blog. I hope that helps you out. If you have any questions, you like the chat, you always know you can call me. Thanks for listening.